Right, it's 2 minutes to 5 in the morning and I'm a little bit scared. Oh, being in this weather this early in Edinburgh is horrible at this time of year. But where we're going, it's gonna be even worse. I very rarely come to this airport with luggage to check in. We've made it through security and we are here at...
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please nice to look at our flight.
I thought they were going to say Edinburgh Airport. I've got some shopping to do. There are no direct flights from Scotland to Toronto, not today anyway, so
sorry, a few minutes late now. That's the quick we have because of the slot. Anyway, wish you all a pleasant and safe onward journey and have a nice day. Thank you.
Here we are at Heathrow. Now we've got to change terminal, but there's still something I need to pick up before we get on the next flight. UK to USA, Canada and Americas. Is that right? Is that the one I want? Yeah, I reckon that'll do the job, boys. £6. I was expecting to come down to London and these be really expensive. I didn't get one in Scotland. I did see one, but I didn't get one. I just didn't have the chances. I was rushing through. £13. £6 here. That is not bad at all. Hello, mate. I think I just need that, please. Can I just double check? I just bought that in Boots. That one's got that little bit there.
That's the one, yeah.
Is that definitely, because Canada it looks like it's just these two and not that one?
Mostly they are with two.
I'll get this one as well then.
Yeah, I mean that's not expensive also.
It's only a £5. Less than what I was thinking it'd be actually, to be fair. But
how much you bought this one?
£6 at Boots. So you reckon I'll need one with the two, yeah?
Only two,
yeah. Okay, cool. Right, let's do it.
Two is always better. You can always use it anywhere.
More versatile, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. See?
Yeah. Just two. Yeah, that's one.
Oh well, one of them will work at least.
Yeah,
there we go.
Exactly. You want this one?
No, that's fine. If you could throw that away, that'd be great.
Sure.
Thank you very much. There we go. I knew something wasn't right with that Boots one. I just got out and checked. Anyway, plug patter aside, let's get our next flight. I don't even know how long the next flight is. What football shirts do they have in JD Sports? Anything weird and random? Yes, they do. They got Senegal, Côte d'Ivoire, a lot of African kits. Obviously the classic English shirts. Roma, there we go. I knew there'd be one. No Rangers though, I don't think. You know the score, we've just been editing here. There's like a little charging station, which is pretty ideal given that I've already used my laptop and my phone quite a lot today already. But why am I so scared? I said right at the start of this video, I'm like really worried about today. You've probably seen from the title and the thumbnail, it's due to be like -9, possibly -15 in places, maybe like -3 or 4. I'm not quite sure. I think the best case scenario for the game in Canada is going to be -3 degrees Celsius. In the UK, that should be called off territory, but I think over there it just flies. Yeah, Champions Cup, not Champions League. Team from Canada versus a team from Mexico in the -3 degree heat. I was going to say heat then, temperature. But yeah, look, I've got all this clobber on me. I would never usually pack this much stuff, especially just for the, like, usually be in my luggage. Like, I would never like fly like this, but I feel like it's got to be done just for purely when we get there. Anyway, just waiting for the old board to come up and then we'll be off. Got to get a train to the plane. Big old airy P, this one.
Gates B32 to B48.
But the whole reason for this trip isn't just to come to Canada, by the way. I will be explaining when we get to Canada, and then towards the end of the video won't finish in Canada, it will finish in the US of A. I've never been to America before, I've never been to Canada before, I've been to Mexico for one day. You might have seen that video before, but in my life that's the only time I've ever been to North America. Toronto at 11:45. It doesn't seem too busy, thankfully. I'm hoping I've got a whole road to myself on the way here. Imagine I get back-to-back double whole rows to yourself. Can you believe we're going to Canada for the first ever time? Who's your favourite Canadian footballer? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who'll be saying Scotty Arfield. I don't know what to expect. I don't know, like, the fans, how many will be there? Is there much of a fan culture? Will be any away fans? Will there be any hardy souls from Mexico going all the way up to Toronto for a game in the Champions Cup? I don't know. But Canada, here we come. How long is the flight?
It is 7 hours.
7:30,
I believe.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
7:30, there we go. I did 2 of these back to back recently. And this is our seat. Ah, no it's not. That is my home for the next 7.5 hours. And I was like, oh, I'll get a window seat. Cheers. Cheers, lads. I was like, I'll film out the window, won't I? Your name is?
Sam.
Sam. Mate, great name. My name's Sam as well.
Hey, man.
This is the Sam row, obviously. So you tell me it could be -20 when I get to Toronto.
Well, not today, but yeah, easily. Some days, sure.
What do you reckon it'll be the next couple of days? Do you know?
I thought it was dropping to -18. And
-18.
Yeah.
And you say the country still just
everything
cracks on
everything
and
looks fine.
What,
You
'cause
just
you live
bundle
in
up.
you live in the UK.
I live in the UK now.
Imagine if the UK had a -15. It'd be standstill for a week, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, and if it snowed, especially.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but you reckon in Canada it should be alright? The game should still be on, even though it's gonna...
Everything happens. Everything happens.
Amazing, perfect. Looking forward.
Everything except baseball.
And except from baseball, which is probably summer.
Yes, that's right.
You got to wait for the summer. And so, is there anything that I should have prepared or brought or anything? Like, is there anything you'd recommend? That
I wouldn't recommend your trainers.
No, this is the only footwear that I've got. You've come prepared, to be fair. Decent flight so far. We have edited the vast majority of the vlog. About to have a wee, and then hopefully we'll be in Canada very soon. We've got about 5 hours left. How about in England? So your team's Chelsea.
My team's Chelsea.
Why did you adopt Chelsea as your team?
Well, just because when I first got introduced to football, my friend was at Chelsea. When I moved to Britain, we were living in India. Once a week we'd go listen to the BBC World Report, and there'd be a bit of a football match on,
Chelsea.
football scores on Saturday night.
Who was always your favourite player then?
Zola was
Zola, yeah, Zola was good, yeah. Yeah, he was on Monday Night Football the other one. This is us next time. If British Airways are watching, hook us up. Thanks, mate. Cheers. See you later. I'm getting snowed on indoors. Welcome to Canada. It's not even really considered snow here, is it? You were saying. It's coming down a little bit, but the football game will still be on in that, yeah?
Oh yeah. Well, I say that.
Canadians are built different. Oh my God, there's a man over there drinking Tim Hortons. There's poutine over there. We've arrived. I need to take an actual step inside Canada, because right now I'm just still in the old Airy P. I'm staying in this airport hotel, and there's apparently a shuttle. Oh, I'm super buzzing. I was actually a little bit nervous before this trip. I've already said like a few times in this video, been this part of the world. I always get drawn and attracted to like Asia, and obviously been to Australia. There's a Rangers fan there. You're a Rangers fan? First ever Cybertruck I've seen live, mate. Look at this old school bus. Whoa. But how typical that the first person that I see waiting for the bus out there is a bloody Rangers fan who's got a season ticket at Rangers, and he wasn't on the same flights as me coming over. He was coming from somewhere completely random in America, and he meet a Rangers fan. They get everywhere, don't they? Anyway, everyone has been so nice so far. Even in the lift on the way up to my room, right, there was a load of Canadians in. I was like, oh, where are you from? You from Canada? Yeah. What about you? They were asking me, and I was like, it's my first ever day in Canada. They were like patting me on the shoulder, going, hey, welcome. But here is kind of the window's a bit misty. I don't want to open it in case I can't close it again. It's bloody -9 out there. There's planes taking off. We've got an airport hotel. Just tactically, I had to get this hotel because I leave here for the Super Bowl in a couple of days, and it's a really early flight in the morning, so I thought it'd just be easier because it's so cold and I don't know what the weather's going to be, just to be next to the hotel for that flight. But now we've got tonight. The night is ours. The night is still young-ish. It's about 5 o'clock. I want to get into the city centre before it gets dark, check out Toronto, get back to the hotel, chill. There's a gym, there's a pool, and then tomorrow is match day. What a life. But yeah, a huge thanks to 888 for supporting me and sending me on this trip and bringing you guys this content. 888 Sport is the official partner of Super Bowl 59. Sign up to 888 Sport in time for the Super Bowl and get £30 in free bets. T's and C's apply. 18 plus. Be gamble aware. Link is in the description box below. 888 Sport has dozens of markets and specials ready for the big day. Check out all their markets on 888sport.com. Make sure you're following them on all their socials as well to keep up to date with everything they're doing. A massive thank you to them for sending me on this trip. Right, just getting changed before we go out. I'm now in jeans. I'm out with the old joggies. I've got the long johns on and the thermal socks on, so I'm hoping we'll be all right to check out a little bit of Toronto. But I've just found something in my pocket. Am I the only person who's ever come to Canada with a team sheet from Kelty Hearts v Annan? The CN Tower, please.
Oh, yes.
Is it the tallest building in...
Yes, that's one of the tallest tower, yeah.
Used to be the tallest building in the world, until Burj Khalifa.
Now it's for the...
Burj Khalifa,
Dubai, yeah.
So it's the tallest in the Americas?
It's a... yes.
That's Lake Ontario. That looks like the sea. But you're telling me that's just a lake, yeah?
Look like a sea, but it's a lake. Yeah.
Oh, the World Cup will be...
Yeah.
Expanding
here,
okay,
like
cool.
2026, they're going to expand here.
So that's where the MLS team plays? Right. So I'm going to watch Forge tomorrow. They're not MLS. You know, out in Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton. Oh, yes.
So we're right underneath the tower now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. There is no way the camera does that justice at all. Let's see if we can get up there. There we go. We got the Brendan Centre up there, spelt a little bit differently. That is crazy. Formerly the biggest building in the world. And the sun is about to set over Toronto and we're about to go in. So the tower was built by the railway men who wanted to demonstrate the strength of the Canadian industry by building a tower taller than any other in the world. They're gonna have to build another one because, like I say, it ain't the tallest in the world anymore. But there she is. There's a lot of cool stuff to see in here, but I don't want to bore you and I don't want to miss sunset. There's no option to take the stairs, no?
For like twice a year. That's the charity. That's the
Oh, right, okay, you can actually take the stairs, yeah? Okay, cool. Oh, wow, look at that. Is that Lake Ontario,
Lake Ontario.
Wow, is it frozen over?
Only some part of it.
Come on. Wow, that's something else. You can literally see the whole... Looks like a big old storm, like a rain cloud or... God, who knows? Oh, they've got it all. They've got poutine. Is it possible to see Niagara Falls at all?
Well,
where are they usually?
they're usually on this side.
Yeah.
But usually you can see the Niagara City.
But
because they will have the light when you at the night time.
Ah, at night time you can see.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But right now it's not. Is it
now.
too misty? Right.
Yeah.
Maybe in the summer you can see.
Maybe.
And so, where is Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Is that all them tall buildings over there? Is that
the
Hamilton?
west side? Right
Oh,
here,
okay. I'm going to see a football game in Hamilton tomorrow, so I'm trying to work out. So Hamilton's over there. I don't know where to sit. Oh, the traffic down there is so far away. I was going to get a beer, but I really want to go to the gym at the hotel later, so I was like, I won't. It was hard not to be fair. In this moment, like, you really want one up here. But I've got a Canada Dry and poutine. I'm getting a poutine. All my Canadian mates who I had backpacking back in the day would have told me that poutine was the only scran to have when you come to Canada, so looking forward to it. What an iconic place to have a poutine. Canada Dry as well. These are the views. Best Canadian food I've heard. What is it, chips, cheese and gravy, yeah?
Yeah.
Ideal, amazing. Chips, cheese and gravy, come on. All Scottish football clubs need to do, start serving this up. You'd make a killing. People would come from far and wide. They don't care about the football, they just come for this. Good morning and welcome to the hotel gym. Yes, this is what it looks like. It's fairly well equipped and it helps that you have it all to yourself as well. Yeah, I got back last night after the poutine, edited the vlog right up until this point. So I'm aware that we're almost 15, 16 minutes in and we've not even gone to see the stadium yet. We've got some activities to tick off today in Hamilton, of all places. If I've come halfway around the world just to go to Hamilton. We're about to set up in the lobby to do some editing before I head out later. But let me just show you something outside. It's minus 11 this morning, so I'm not going to spend too long out here considering I've just got a t-shirt on and a small jacket, but I don't know what I'm going to wear later. I might wear like 4 t-shirts, a hoodie, a jacket, this jacket as well. I don't know what to do, but anyway, I've got to show you something here. So the magazine that I bought yesterday, World Soccer, not only does it have a big bit about This geezer here, Kwasi Poku, who's left to play in Belgium from Canada. Look, they have this whole spotlight on this guy, and he did actually play for Forge, the team that we're going to be going to see. And he went for a record fee for a Canadian player, leaving a Canadian team in the Canadian Prem or whatever, so he went for $500,000. It's just like a mad coincidence that this version of this magazine, which I buy all the time, has something about a Canadian team that we're literally going to be going to see. But also, look at this, the CONCACAF Champions Cup. There's a whole bit about this as well, all the different teams that are in it too. I hope what I'm wearing is going to be enough today. I'm just getting changed and about to head out for the day. So what we've got is 2 t-shirts. I was thinking of maybe going 3 or 4. I might just pack one in my bag just in case, I don't know. I've got my main hoodie here. Then I've got my JDT jacket, which I bought in Malaysia recently. And then I've got my bigger main jacket. I'm not going to wear the JDT now. I'm going to take this one off, keep it in my bag. I'm going to keep another t-shirt in my bag as well. I've got my gloves, I think. Yep, gloves are here. I've got 2 pairs of gloves just in case. So, yeah, need a scarf, need a hat. And then I reckon we might be all right, even though it is going to be colder than -11. Is it colder today than yesterday?
Yeah.
Here we are at Union Station. Look at that, you got some like newer skyscrapers there with this older looking train station. First port of call before we get the train out to Hamilton is to try and get a trim, and I think there's a barber in here. Right, I cannot get my hair cut for half an hour, so we are going to get some scran while we wait. And I've got to get my train and everything, and I've got 1 or 2 activities I want to do before the game as well in Hamilton. So we're in a bit of a rush now, but when you come to North America, you have to have time for a tacky beat. I feel like I'm in the movies. We're in North America, we're having a Taco Bell. I know it's like Mexican or like more American vibes in it, but might as well. A few nutters in the old train station here. It's not bad. It's better than a Taco Bell at home in the UK. Alright, cabin, shout out. You ready for the big reveal? Way! Here it is. That's alright. He's shortened up the sides. There's a little shop back there that sells like little woolly hats, like just Canada ones. But I really want a Forge FC one. So we'll wait until we get to the stadium and hopefully we can get one there, and a scarf as well. I'm in desperate need of a scarf. Is my ticket, is that a bus ticket or a train?
Either or.
Either or. Oh, okay. What's the best way to get to Hamilton?
The next bus is faster.
So this is where we are right now, and we're heading all the way down to Hamilton, down there. If we had more time, we could change at Hamilton and go all the way over to Niagara Falls. Incredible being here. It's almost like a bit of an out-of-body experience. I've just heard them announce over here that they've got a Greyhound going to New York any minute now, which is just like, it doesn't even feel real that I'm even here. Thank you, driver. Right, we've made it to Hamilton. Forget Niagara Falls, the CN Tower, Vancouver Island, the lakes and the mountains and whatever else people come to this country for. This is the most historic point and the best place you want to come if you're a tourist, because this is where the first ever Tim Hortons was in 1964, and this is the man we have to thank for the coffee and donut chain right now. Miles Gilbert Tim Horton. Tim is like in inverted commas out of his nickname. He was born in Ontario in 1930. He was signed by the Toronto Maple Leafs. He played nearly 1,500 games, scoring 115 goals, 403 assists, 518 points. I don't know if that's any good. I'm a football man. But yeah, look at that. This is the site of the first ever Tim Hortons. It even says up there, there's a bloke in a t-shirt there. What a brave man. But yeah, the site of the first ever Tim Hortons. They've gone from here in 1964 all the way to Stenhousemuir in Scotland in 2025.
What can I get for you?
What would you recommend? I've come from the UK. What's popular here to eat?
These lemon cakes are seen to be very popular right at the moment.
Okay. Regular coffee?
Right, yeah, we have regular coffee.
Just, yeah, one of those as well, yeah.
Black? Do you want cream, sugar, milk? How do you like to take it?
Just a little bit of milk. Milk,
Just a little
please,
bit of
yeah.
milk?
Thank
Okay.
you. Cheers.
It's $2.83 altogether.
$2.83, nice. And
Pound
so,
fee.
this, by card, please.
Okay.
So this is the first ever Tim Hortons,
Yes.
yeah? Nice.
There is a museum upstairs.
Oh, okay, cool.
You should go check it.
I'll have a look. Right, okay, yeah, nice. I'll check it out. Can I take my coffee up there?
Yeah,
Nice.
sitting down there too.
Good stuff, okay. Oh, nice. You're in a t-shirt. You're a brave man. God.
We're born differently.
Yeah. Right, yeah, if you've not heard of Tim Hortons before, they're pretty much all around the UK now. Here we go, look, store number 1. Check this gaff out, boys. This is so hot. Ow. Hortons 7, here he is. A few of his old hockey shirts and stuff. Imagine if there was a cafe in the UK branded by a footballer. Who would you want that footballer to be? I want you to let me know in the comments below. If you could pick anyone in the history of football to have a chain like this, who would it be and why? Anyway, what an interesting piece of culture and history that is when it comes to Canada. And less than $3, which is less than £1.50 for a coffee and a donut. I'll take that. Anyway, we've got a treacherous 20-minute walk to the stadium now. This feels so American. We've got a little fire hydrant over there and these little streets with the houses and the fences outside. One of my Uber drivers yesterday was telling me that this is the most American feeling city in Canada. I think most of the other cities feel like more European, whereas apparently this one feels more of what like America would feel like, which I can feel that going about the place. I know we're not technically in Toronto, we're in Hamilton right now, but even Toronto itself, coming out this way to Hamilton today, it does feel like I'm in America, even though I've never been. This is what I feel like America would be like. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't this look fairly American? There is the first sign of the stadium. And welcome to the most Canadian sounding name for a sporting arena in the world, Tim Hortons Field. Of course it's called Tim Hortons Field here in Hamilton. Could it be called anything else? But here it is. And I was thinking the other day that maybe because of how cold it's going to be, they'll have like a roof and they'll be able to cover it, and maybe it'll be one of them stadiums where they can shut the roof, but yeah, that ain't gonna happen. 2 big old bad boys of stands there. I wonder how many people will be here today, because it's so open to the elements, this place.
Right, brother.
You're a Forge fan, yeah?
Work here.
You work here?
Work for the Forge.
How's it going?
Good, man.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
You work for Forge?
I'm a legend here.
What is it you do?
Scan tickets.
You see, you're the ticket man.
I've been here for 10 years since it's open, pretty much.
What's the best thing about supporting Forge?
The fans.
The fans? Okay.
Of course.
How many will be here today, do you reckon?
How many people are going to be here today?
Yeah.
I hope most of this is going to be sold out.
Oh, cool.
That's what we're hoping for, right?
How about this stand here then?
They usually don't do that for some reason. I don't know why.
So everyone will just be in that stand there, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe for a big game they would open up both stands, or? Yeah?
Yeah.
And Monterrey, the away...
Monterrey's coming in, yeah.
Will they bring any away fans from Mexico?
Oh, guaranteed they probably will.
Nice, good, good. Happy days.
Look, it's going to be a real good one.
So is this where you'll be scanning tickets, yeah?
Yeah, this is my hood right here.
This is your hood, nice.
I work for our Forge here, right here, brother.
Oh yeah,
Forge.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I work for the Ticats too.
And so, what other? Do they play another sport here?
Yeah.
What sport do they play here that's not football, soccer?
We got Ticats here.
The Ticats. What sport is that?
Football.
American football.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
No, not American football.
Canadian football.
Canadian football.
It's similar, but a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right people, it is Champions Cup action in the stadium behind me. It is the home side of Canada, Forge, up against Monterrey of Mexico. I don't know how they're gonna handle this weather today, I really don't. But it is the Champions Cup, not the Champions League. It used to be the Champions League, before that it used to be the Champions Cup. So it's been Champions Cup, Champions League, Champions Cup to what it is now. There is no group stage, it's just straight knockout from round 1, which is where we find ourselves today. Round 1 of this competition. There's teams from the Caribbean in this competition, there's teams from Costa Rica in this competition. The qualification process is a little bit complicated. The Canadian football system is a little bit complicated. Most of you from around the world will be aware of the likes of Toronto, Vancouver Whitecaps, CF Montreal, who all play in the MLS. However, Canada does have its own Premier League. The Canadian Premier League is the highest level of domestic professional football in Canada. Just to make things even more confusing, there's also an annual tournament called the Canadian Championship, which features clubs from the Canadian Premier League and from the MLS. MLS. It's apparently quite a big deal in Canada. It determines who gets a spot in the CONCACAF Champions League. The most successful country by far is Mexico, with the top 4 winners of this competition coming from that country. Club America, who we've seen on this channel before, are the most successful club in the history of this competition, winning it 7 times and being runners-up once. Cruz Azul and Pachuca are both on 6 apiece, with Monterrey, who we're actually seeing in this video, winning it 5 times. Saprissa from Costa Rica are next with 3 wins themselves, as well as UNAM from Mexico with another 3, Toluca from Mexico, and then Transvaal from Suriname. Amazingly, only 3 American clubs have ever won the CONCACAF Champions Cup. That's LA Galaxy in 2000, DC United in 1998, and the Seattle Sounders in 2002. Is this the boozer? I think it is. Have you been to football games at Forge before? Have you seen them play?
I've seen Forge SC play before.
What should I expect today? It's probably going to be the coldest football match I think I've ever been to.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah? It seems like an open stadium, so...
It won't be cold for Canadians, but it'll be cold for you.
Paul Pesci-Solido, do you remember him?
Nope.
Do you remember him?
That sounds familiar.
Scott Arfield? Do you remember Scott Arfield?
You'd be just naming names, and
Yeah,
I'd be like,
just
is that
nod.
a football or is that a trick question?
Yeah, just nod and smile.
We
Yeah.
had a couple of pretty famous Canadians, but they all went over actually to play in England and different clubs years back.
Friendliest bar in Hamilton. If you're ever going to come and watch the mighty Forge play, then come to the Capital Bar.
Nico Correa, Manager of Communications and Content Strategy for Forge SC.
Thank you so much for having me along today, mate. Really looking forward to this. My first football game in Canada, and it's the Champions Cup as well.
Yep.
How do you prepare for a game like today? Because it's going to be so cold out there.
Well, from the business side, it's all about just making sure that everywhere is safe as far as how cold it is and everything like that, making sure that we have all the ice and everything set up like that, like as far as cleaning it off. For the team, well, one, it's going to Mexico for 2 weeks to train, so you're a little bit warm, and then coming back for a week and just training.
So they trained in the heat, ready for today?
They went to Cancun, Mexico for 2 weeks, did their training camp there. For us, like this game, we're not in mid-season. Obviously, the Mexican team's in mid-season form.
This is your first game for months, isn't it?
So this is our first game in months. The last game we played was the beginning of November. So now the team's coming back, new signings. You got to get everybody acclimated to playing with each other.
Yeah.
So as much as you would love to run a cold training camp, you still want to go somewhere for the guys to bond and everything like that. And then we came back, and the team's been training outside for the last week, and whether the turf is frozen or it's good, it's all about our city staff here and our staff cleaning off the pitch for them, so for us to get training.
And so you're the biggest team in Canada currently that plays in the Canadian
Premier League
football system. Obviously, you have the Canadian MLS teams as well.
Yeah.
So it gets a little bit confusing. What would you say to someone from Europe who's watching this video about Canadian football and sort of how it all works and where you fit in it as well?
Yeah, so honestly, starting with Canadian football, the league, the CPL is only 6-7 years old now, and I think people would think for a 7-year-old league that it wouldn't be as developed as we are, but we've played in, before there was the CONCACAF Champions League, there was the CONCACAF League where we played against all the Central American teams, and we qualified for Champions Cup through that. So
nice.
Right away we were competing with the clubs from Costa Rica, Honduras, and we kind of, with like you kind of see with our national team, like we had already taken steps. And I think a big portion to that was Canada's such a culturally diverse country, where I'm somebody who grew up Uruguayan and my dad was Uruguayan, but I'm hitting that generation of like, hey, I have Uruguayan background, but I'm Canadian.
Can you believe I've got my own CONCACAF Champions Cup lanyard? We are living the actual dream right now, boys and girls. Right, let's see what we can see from up here. We found what we were looking for. Is this all just for media people as well, this food and stuff? Oh wow, okay. Well looked after here.
Very much so.
What have they got? Chicken, come on. Where is this type of scran for the media in the UK? In terms of media facilities, this is one of the best places I've ever been. The amount of seats here, there and all along there, plugs galore. I mean, I'm showing you the scran, and the view you get is just tremendous. Champions League nights in Canada, eh? Come on. We're pitchside, right. We have got the CONCACAF bib on. I'm going to head round to the stand where the fans are. Indy.
Hello.
You're from Indonesia?
I'm from Indonesia, yeah.
Is it usually as cold as this when you come and watch Forge?
For Forge, yes.
Yeah?
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna
get worse as it goes on.
Yeah.
It's so open. The wind right now is like absolutely battering.
Exactly, yeah.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna blow to your face like as the match going on.
What an experience this is. We've kicked off in the CONCACAF Champions League. Forge FC! Forge FC! Oh, Hamilton. I need to find a beer. Got a little shop inside. What's up, man? You can get beers here, or? Yeah. You can get beer here? And you can get gin and bourbon inside the stadium.
Oh, really? Yeah, but this is normally...
In the UK, where I come from? No. Where are you from?
Mexico.
Can I just have one beer, please?
Which one? Do you want Forge? The Pulsar?
Forge has its own beer.
Yeah.
The football club? Oh yeah, I'll have one of those please, yeah, why not?
My name's Chris.
And you're a big Forge supporter?
Yes, yeah.
Is it usually more full than this? It's just 'cause it's freezing and it's your first game of the season?
It's you came like right in the middle of our off season, so it's this is like normal weather pretty much, like -10, -20. It's always gonna be like this.
It literally feels like -20 today, I think. In some areas of Hamilton right now, it literally feels like -20.
And you got our stadium here is actually a wind tunnel. So
look
like
at
the
this.
wind comes off of the escarpment there. It's in the darkness right now. I doubt your camera is gonna see it.
Yeah.
But it comes down and just through the stadium pretty much, and it's
crazy.
just a massive wind tunnel.
So there's a lot of talk around Jonathan David and Alphonso Davies, but if you had to take a guess, who do you think my favourite Canadian player is playing in Europe right now?
I'm gonna think it's gonna be somebody completely like
someone who goes under the radar, but I think is a great player in his position.
Can I ask for a hint? Has he been in Europe for long?
He's been in Europe for a good few years. He got bought from an American team, I think.
Is it Tejan?
No, he plays in the UK.
Oh, he plays in the UK?
But not in England.
Okay, so it's probably Scotland then.
Yeah.
Alistair Johnston?
Johnston, yeah. What do you make of him? Do the Canadians like him?
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
Like
he's such a good player, man. He's so under the radar. Yeah.
He's so fantastic. Like, Ange kind of really made him like kind of who he is and established himself at Celtic.
Yeah, I've got my hat on now as well. How am I looking?
Oh, you're looking dapper,
yes,
dude.
Nice. There's quite a lot of Mexican fans above us. Oh, yeah. Mate, you have to respect the Mexicans for coming.
Oh, yeah. They're awesome. They're awesome. Like it just shows like how much
the passion.
These clubs are. Monterrey is over 100 years old. If I'm not mistaken. Go!
I'm gonna have to double glove it. 2 pairs of gloves. It's gotten to that stage. Are you surprised I've still not pulled out the scarf yet? Or?
Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't.
Yes, at least -11 right now, but when the wind kicks in, it feels more like -20. And credit to everybody here, and all them ultras over there, and the Mexicans who are up behind me right now. This is incredible. What an experience. And Monterrey have a corner. Swung in. Oh! So we've got about a minute until half time. You're just hanging on now. Monterrey are getting the chances.
Yeah.
But please tell me I've not come all this way to stand in the -20 to see a 0-0.
You have not come all this way to see a 0-0.
I've got 2 pairs of gloves on. I can't even feel my hands to put on my scarf. Oh, I feel sorry for the Mexican guys. Look at him.
Oh yeah, it's
cold. Hello, brother. How are you?
Freaking freezing, my friend.
It's the coldest place I've ever been.
Is it, brother? I am not from here, and it is very cold.
Are you from Mexico?
Yes, sir.
Did you come specifically for this game? Oh, you live in Canada, yeah? I was going to say.
I'm from Mexico. We support this team.
How long have you lived here?
8 years now.
8 years, so you're used to the cold by now?
No.
Never get used to it?
No, my friend. No, my friend.
What's the score going to be today?
3-0.
To Forge?
No.
To Monterrey?
Oh, nice. Oh, my friend. Enjoy the game, my friend.
Yeah, you too. Nice to meet you. I was on the Forge. Yeah, just the Forge, please, for me.
I will get the Forge Pilsner as well.
What's the best thing about being a football fan in Canada?
The fact that we have, honestly, soccer, football now. We have our own league. For me, that's the greatest thing going right now.
Because you never really had a league before 2019.
No.
That's crazy. So all the teams that play, like the 3 teams, Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, all play in the MLS.
In the MLS.
But apart from them 3, there are no professional football teams at all.
That's all the soccer we've had. We've had the League One Ontario, which is like development amateur.
Yeah, that's not professional.
Not professional. No,
which for a country the size of Canada, not just area, but population, there's like 30, 40 million people here.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's so cool though. You can sit here and have you can stand and have your beer, watching the game.
Yeah. It feels a lot like those, it kind of feels like those small stadiums like in England and the UK too, where you stand like off the side.
Go on, son, shoot.
Come on.
A little chip.
Go on, get their ball.
I'd love to see a goal up here. Oh, it's right up the other end, so you wouldn't be able to see it. But the Mexicans are going crazy, and it's 1-0 to Monterrey. It's a good shot, to be fair. There's a good finish.
Yeah. Can't fault the keeper there.
Oh, it's 2-0. Smashing free kick right up the other end. Monterrey are 2-0 up, mate.
To be fair, like 2 fantastic goals by Monterrey.
2 really good goals,
2
yeah.
fantastic. Like it just.
And look at this, the Monterrey fans up there. That's crazy, man.
Fair play to them.
Fair play. Bloke in a t-shirt over there.
Yeah.
There's a kid in a t-shirt. Like, what is wrong with some people?
Dude, if this was a men's national team match, like a BMO or something like that, like Canada was winning, I'd probably be tarps off, to be fair.
Tops off.
Absolutely tarps off. Let's go.
Even in this weather?
Oh yeah,
If you were beating USA.
Oh God!
Go on! Oh, how have you missed? No! No! I wanted to celebrate 1 goal here. Oh man!
Alex!
Oh, if you're not scoring that, you're not scoring anything. I've enjoyed standing here. The ice, though, is killing my feet. They are colder than they've ever been. Honestly, mate. I can barely even speak as well. My mouth.
We gotta get this guy warmed up.
I'm holding my camera right now, but it feels like my hands aren't working. I walked up them steps, so it feels like my feet aren't working. Hey, Forge. Here come the players to clap the fans. Regular viewers will be aware. If you're from Canada and this is the first time you've seen my videos, hello. I love to touch goalposts. Wherever I go, I always like to touch the post. So I'm seeing my opportunity now, and I'm going to take it. Post Champions League game, I'm going to touch a goalpost. Boom. Hector, how was that to play in today? It's so cold out there.
Yeah, it was a little bit strange. It was difficult because it was very slippery, and for a moment it was a little bit even dangerous, you know, because you cannot stop. You can hurt somebody, you can hurt yourself, but at the end we are lucky. Thank God, nothing happened.
Yeah.
And luckily we got the win, and we go back home for the next week with two goals advantage. So I hope we can manage to keep the advantage and advance to the next round.
Is that the coldest you've ever played in? The coldest temperature?
I don't know. Maybe I used to play in Holland and the Netherlands, so it was cold also. But like this. With
Holland
this
doesn't get as cold as this. No, nowhere
I
near.
think like this kind of pitch, like really hard and slippery, it was like just difficult, for both sides. I think I know that they started the competition in April normally, so they're not used to this as well. It was difficult for both teams. So at the end, I think we tried both to play. We tried to do our best, and luckily, as I say, the individual quality we have, we were lucky enough to get the advantage.
That was my first ever football match in Canada today. How is Canadian football grown over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think the product on the field is kind of showing for itself. Obviously, conditions this game were a little tough to kind of showcase what we're capable of doing. We knew that they're a quality side, and that they're just obviously going to bring the energy, and once they get a little comfortable to the field, they'll start to bring more quality. But we had a lot of chances. We played well. We did. We honestly made the most out of the situation, and it's just about capitalizing in big games, I guess.
You're coming up against players like Hector Moreno, who have played in some of the biggest leagues and competitions in the world. Is for you personally playing against players like that, and for the rest of the lads in the squad as well, do you reckon that will help raise the level of football at this club and then in Canada as well?
Yeah, of course. I think it's common sense to see the quality that they have, the players that they have. For me personally, that's kind of something that I admire, and I look at when the games are done, and I kind of look back at that. For me, when I step on the field, I only care about winning. Obviously, when the opponents have quality like that, it's very easy to kind of get lost in it, but it's for sure something that is special, at least for myself, to be playing against competition like that, and it's for sure something important.
And you obviously play a summer season here in Canada for obvious reasons. What is it like playing in those conditions today? Yeah,
it's tough. I'm pretty sure a lot of questions, and a lot of people are going to be talking about how the conditions were, and a lot of people are going to be trying to make excuses or whatever it is, but you watch back in the game, and we had great chances to be capitalizing on. And when you play a team like this, you need to capitalize in those moments, because obviously they have players to kind of bring brilliance, and those were two great finishes especially with the left foot as well. And when you're in a competition like this, those are the quality players that you're going to be playing against.
Do you usually fly in the snow? No,
I don't. It's my first time.
This is horrible. Look at this. Oh, look at this. I've loved it in Canada, but get me out of it.
Come on your seat for any remaining tips, Klaus, or any other item.
Flight number 1 of the day done. We're in Minneapolis, of all places, for some reason, and that is the US of A. Oh, what a mess. We've got one more flight left. This video is going to be so long, and then we'll be in New Orleans, the city of the Super Bowl. Can you believe I will be going to the Soupy B? One more flight to go to New Orleans, Louisiana. See you, mate. Cheers, man. See you later. Have a good journey.
Thank you, you too.
We are in New Orleans, and it's nice not being absolutely freezing. Here we go, you ready? We are officially in America! My first day in America ever.
Your first day in America.
I've started it off in New Orleans. Is it a good place to start your American journey, do you think? Or
yeah, I mean, if you're here, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
What?
The Super Bowl, really, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That music I can hear, bagpipes.
Yeah. I think it's at the corner. It's on the block right there.
Oh, I live in Scotland, and that's famous.
I was trying to say, yeah.
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 The first thing I hear.
What's the name?
Bagpipes.
Oh, in Spanish it's gaitas.
Gaitas?
Gaitas.
Ah, okay. Yeah. The first thing I hear in New Orleans
I think it's
is bagpipes.
You can go check in. If
and then you can go check. Yeah, I will do. Yeah. Legend, nice to meet you, man. George. Oh, hey, cheers, man. The shorts are on for the first time in a couple of weeks since we're in Southeast Asia, but they're back on after a freezing couple of days out in Canada. Why on the side of the road do we have bleachers? The bleachers. I cannot believe we are in America, man. This is New Orleans, Louisiana, and we've got a mad vlog planned around the Super Bowl. Come on, you Spurs! I bet you never knew that there was a Tottenham supporters club in Louisiana. There we are.
Still got Europa, so the hope is still going to kill us. All right, all together once. Repeat after me. We have a shot! We have a shot! We
we have now made it to America, as you would have seen. I'm really glad that my first trip to the US is to New Orleans and not like New York or LA. I don't know, it just seems like much more of like a random place to come, and I know it's a big city and it's really cool. It's got great history and culture and stuff, but I feel like most people would go to other places first before this, so I'm glad that my first experience is somewhere like this, so unique here. And Abby Summers and I, you'll know Abby, she was on my Rangers Spurs vlogs, just loads of presenting in the UK as well, around loads of different sports. She's out here shooting content as well, as am I, for 888 Sport. Again, a huge thanks to them for supporting me and sponsoring this video. Remember to sign up before the Super Bowl and get £30 in free bets. Abby and I just tried some alligator. So yeah, it wasn't, as you can tell, the greatest food I've ever had, but it was alright. It wasn't the worst thing that I've ever had. Anyway, yeah, I don't want this video to go on for too long. We're doing alligator hunting, checking out all the food, checking out all the drinks and the places to go and the people to see and everything in New Orleans in the next video, which will be the Super Bowl video. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Please hit the like button. This one has been a slog. I know I really enjoy what I do and I cannot complain. It's been incredible. But the last couple of days have been cold and they've been long and a lot of travel and a lot of editing as well. So if you appreciate it and you've got this far in the video, please remember to leave a like. Just leaving a like really, really helps out. I really appreciate you all for watching. Leave a couple of videos on screen. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see some more footy adventures, then click on one of the videos that is on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.